So what's the game plan for trying to get do two jobs at once here for the next couple of weeks?
Well, fortunately, you got a staff here that has done a great job. Kind of getting us up to speed and carrying it through the last couple of days. But we'll be working both ends. Probably the best thing is it's a 3-hour time difference, so I can do all my work here and mesh it along with the stuff on the other end of the country and work on the Fresno State stuff, later in the evenings because it's a lot earlier, 3-hour time difference. So we'll get it done. We'll get it done. This is all about these guys. They're this year. This is about having a special season and finishing it off the right way.
So are the logistics still in place for you to be able to coach the Gator Bowl here?
That's really what we're trying to work out, and I want to do it. I want to make this season, finish it off the right way in a special way. Obviously there's a lot of things that are happening on both ends, but this is all about these guys. It's all about these players. I want to have them, realize 9 wins and get that done and finish what we started. And I'm so happy with how things have worked out here in this program. Just those guys, the staff have put a lot of time in building this thing, and me coming in, least I can do is help them get that 9th win and a Gator Bowl win.
Fresno's not an easy place to get to. Tell me back and forth what you do between now and January.
Yeah, it isn't. Now the one thing is they're out of school. They're finishing up their finals as well, just like us, and so it isn't like the players are there, and the staff's out on some break as well. So we can do a lot of things over the phone.
Do you lean on Coach Allen much? I mean, just because you've got somebody that you can maybe knock on his door and ask him about how did you navigate this when you were going through the first kind of days when you were a head coach and that sort of thing?
Yeah, no question. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm going to learn from everyone that has done the job, and Coach Allen's done an awesome job of leading the team, leading the program, and on the other end, I utilize the coaches that I know, that have been through the Fresno State years, and counting on those guys to give me great guidance as well.
Given your ties at Fresno, I think a lot of people expected you to kind of be the lead guy, but was it tough decision-making in terms of, you just moved your family across country, now you're moving them back, and what went into that?
Yeah, those things are hard. We've moved quite a bit over the last 5 to 10 years, and that's probably the hardest thing of this whole deal is your family and your kids having to build new relationships. Now, this one is probably one of the easier ones because we have a lot of friends there. We were there for 2 years, but as far as the decision and the opportunity, there was a time where I wanted to be a head coach, and it's a program I know really well. It's a program that I know we can be super successful at and do great things, and I couldn't be more excited, for this opportunity. It was certainly the right fit and the right time.
Coach, obviously you've been a head coach before and known Steve before coming here, but Coach Allen's real big on bringing in a guy that was basically the head coach of the offense. How much did that experience? I know everybody was involved, but you kind of running it and you coming in bringing in your baby. How much does that help you going when you get to take over Fresno State?
Yeah, I think there's so much involved. This staff here and how they welcome me in. Yeah, we brought in a system, but there was a great foundation in place. There's great players here that made a lot of plays. Don't look into the calls too much. There's not magical calls. It's execution. It's the day-to-day, just us being all on one page, a common voice amongst the whole staff. It's that organization. It's that belief that allowed us to have the success we had this year. The play calls might be called something different, but a lot of the concepts are the same. The window dressing might be a little bit different. It might have my little touch and feel to it, but in the end, the guys made all the plays. The players made the plays, and that's going to be my message for them moving forward with, however the position is filled, however the staff comes together, is believe in what you're doing. And when that happens, really, it's you can call not whatever you want, but you can call a lot of different things, and there's a lot of different ways to win. And I know this staff will continue to keep it moving in the right direction.
Tough to tell the offensive players here. Did you meet with them at all? Or
yeah, I haven't had a chance. I tried to call. Things just happened so fast on that end. As fast as you heard about it, really about as fast as it happened on that end as well. So I was able to call just a couple of guys. I started with really the guys I meet with the most and the quarterbacks, and getting in today, it's just we're right into practice, and there will be a time where I really want to share my thoughts with the team and the offense as well. in particular, and just share how special of a time this has been for me over the last 11 months.
It's pretty tough being torn between the two places. Obviously you're practicing for the bowl here, but
Yeah.
knowing what you have waiting for you in Fresno.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that are going on for sure, but again, I got great people on this end, I got great people on that end, and they're all willing to work together, work with me, and so we're going to get through it and be just fine.
As you start to look at Tennessee, just kind of what do you see, I guess?
Yeah, I know the rest of the staff has done a lot more of watching film, and I've watched it. Watched them with the quarterbacks today. Obviously, they're very, very big up front. Do some different things, a lot of different things in the secondary. But I feel like whatever it is, we'll find a way to match up and get things in our favor. Nothing will be easy. I mean, they're an SEC defense that has played really well, I think, the last half of the season, in particular. And probably played well because they play team football. They've done a better job that way as well. So, today and tomorrow will be really probably the more in-depth watching of the film and really putting a game plan together, with all the situational stuff and so forth.
I know when you came here, you had visions at some point of wanting to be a head coach, but when you first came here, was your thought that, well, Jeff's going to be around 2-3 years anyway? Did you think you'd be here longer than 1 year?
Yeah, you do, and my philosophy has always been work the job as hard as you can wherever you're at, and I really did. I mean, you wouldn't want, if you really drew it up and you knew that was going to happen, you probably wouldn't move across the country and 1 year, be moving back. But this was an amazing opportunity to be with Coach Allen and build on what they had started. I just looked at the staff when I came. I remember coming on the interview and just seeing myself mesh in with these guys, and there's some great minds. There's some great minds and great people on this entire staff, and it's been a blast working with all of them.
So when you had your introductory press conference, you said something to the effect kind of like it's going to be about love here, just like it was
Yeah.
about love in Bloomington. I guess.
Yeah.
Specify a little bit more. What do you mean by that?
I mean, there's a secret to the success, and Coach Allen, I've always gone places where there's a strong feelings of how I feel with the foundation and the belief and the philosophy that the head coach has. And wherever I've gone, I've been very careful to go to those places, where I had those similar thoughts. And this is one of them, Coach Allen, and just how his philosophy meshes with what I believe. It was super important, and that's exactly how I feel. Love your players, coach them up. We're all in this together. There's going to be good times. There's going to be bad times. In the end, there's going to be growth. And, that's how I feel. And, there's so many philosophical things that I will carry on to that program, and things that I've learned from Coach Allen along the way that will, make me a better head coach than I was the first time around.
Kind of piggybacking on that, you mentioned learning things from Coach Allen. What are some specific things that you kind of learned from him? He kind of took on the coaching job a few years ago.
To me, he just reiterates the passion that you have to have. When you have to be convicted in who you are as a person, and when you do that and you can be who you are around your team, you can do what you love and have a lot of fun doing it, and getting the whole group around you to follow in one direction is an amazing feeling. I can just see, the confidence that he has in himself is starting now that we have players that are playing at a high level. It's starting to come out in our team, at another level. So, and I just think, with the recruiting end of it, how hard he works as a recruiter. I think there's a lot of head coaches that do a good job. I think he's going to be he's one of the best that's out there for sure.
Which I haven't talked to you about since the game. Obviously, you guys got off to a fast start, kind of a little bit of a lull in the second half, but made some huge plays in that overtime, the 3rd and 13 to Nick.
Yeah.
And obviously, the pass to Peyton, and then the touchdown by Peyton Ramsey. I mean, just for you, how awesome was that? To see them kind of bounce back after a little bit of a rough patch in the second half and make those plays.
Yeah, it was really a different game. The game evolved differently than it has for us all season long. Yes, we started fast, but the way we did it was on the ground. And there was a thought in my mind, just knowing what the forecast was going to be and feeling like it was going to rain more. I knew we needed to establish the line of scrimmage early, and so that was done intentionally. And we got that done, and then the game kind of evolved to I think we threw it 11 times in the first half and probably close to 30 in the second and overtime. And so we ended up kind of getting back into doing what we do, and developed a little bit of balance there in the fourth quarter. And overtime, you know, especially the overtime, it was just amazing to see the guys come through with those great plays, and they just executed. Really, that's what they did. They did their job. They believed in each other, and you know, we were great on third down, you know, especially third and longs, and you know, that's a tribute to the staff and the game planning and the belief that the guys had. There's fundamental things that I was so excited about when I turned on the film after the game. Just Peyton Ramsey being executing the touchdown pass to Nick Westbrook in the first overtime. There's just little subtle things where you know when you've watched that they truly believe in what you're coaching, and there's just little subtle things that a regular, you know, fan of the game wouldn't see, that I'm so proud of when I watched that film.
Given how close that you being appointed head coach of Fresno State was to signing day, how did that work out for you in terms of locking recruits in?
It was, you know, it was kind of fast and furious. The staff there had done an awesome job. You know, we got the 12 guys that we were going after, and you know, so there's still a couple open spots. It wasn't going to be a big class because there wasn't a lot of spots to fill, but they did an awesome job finding some great players, some guys that fill some needs and so forth. But you know, we'll hit the ground running in January and fill those spots and continue to build for the future.